Top morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko. Hold on, make sure to do that. So yeah. So what if Deku was married to Growler? The Growler is a daughter of Darkseid. So yeah, and I tried to look it up on this platform. So I was like, you know what? Make my own. So in this alternate timeline, Zuko is has the powers of infinity, zero, anti-life equation, and anti-life equation. Basically, I'm saying he's very overpowered in this what if. So I'm also adding his sister Zumi into this what if, and yeah. Because I am not going to give him one for all. Because that's too overpowered. So, let's begin. And at age of 3, a younger growler, if she was the age of 3, yeah, she was flexing her muscles, but she turned and saw Zuko. Oh, Midoriya. Yeah. And she fell in love with him. And in this alternate timeline, Darkseid was not the gray, celestial, that we all know and love. But he was a human. Or he's just like that, but with human skin. Yeah. So then the 3-year-old Growler was like, had a plan to make Zuko fall more in love with her, and yeah. But Zuko did not want any of it. So, at age of 4, the Quark Doctor, or at the Quark Doctor's thing, he looked at Zumi first and told her that she has a fire manipulation quirk. And yeah. Then he looks over at Zuko and tells him that he doesn't have a quirk. So Quark Doctor. That made Zuko very confused. So then Inko and Sashi kept him around, but they don't talk to him. Heck, they don't even see him. Like, he could be somewhere else, and then, yeah, they don't care about him. They only care about Zumi. So, yeah, then the day came, because time skipped to 16. Or, yeah, so 6 years old. And yeah, Darkseid held a competition for whoever beats his daughter in a fight will date her and get married to her. But if not, they'll be not be. Yeah. So Zuko was up next because he got dragged into a fight, as he or as he basically won, but Zuko let her win. And because he so as he waves at her goodbye, as Darkseid's unimpressed by how weak the species are. So yeah. So then Growler, or I always say Growler, it's like grill, or I don't know how to say it properly. So yeah, Growl was basically in her bedroom. She's like, basically, a yeah, as her grandma, the grandma goodness, was like, "What's wrong?" And as she's like, I'm kind of blaming myself, because when I was 3 years old, I had a crush on somebody. Actually, had a crush on somebody, and that would be, as Growler says, it was Zuko Midoriya, the one that battled against me. Huh. That weakling? Everyone says he's a weakling. He's a quirkless person. So, yeah. So then Zuko and so now we go back to Zuko as, yeah. Give me a moment, because, yeah. So Zuko doesn't really want to fight any girls because they, yeah. So he goes to a normal school. Because he gave up being a pro hero after he quirks thing. So Zumi got to. She actually has one for all because All Might gave her it. Yeah, and then the whole thing. Yeah. Basically, Zumi ends up going to UA, and she has two boyfriends, Bakugo and Toroki, because both of them met her very young, and yeah. So now we got. So let's do a time skip to All Might versus All for One. And All for One, or actually, All Might was down, but not out. They. All for One is about to use his laser. And Zuko, who finally activates his power, or when he did, his body starts to transform. This is what it was. As he got to there. And yeah, he got to Zuko, or no, he got to All Might and All for One's location, no matter what. As he stops the attack, as the attack swirled around him up into the sky, as it evaporated. Yeah. As All for One's like impressed. Zuko Midoriya. You're just a person that I need to take over this world. Oh. As All Might was like, what do you mean? As you're, or that citizen, or actually, Bakugo remembers her. No. Bakugo remembers the Zuko, or actually Shiraki-sen tells Bakugo that they did not need him, like Bakugo, because he needs, or no, Shiraki-sen needs Zuko, as in why? Because Zuko, or Zumi, he's his brother, is the most overpowered character or person in the world, in the universe. He has infinity, zero, life equation, and anti-life equation in his body. He was born with it. That's why we need him to basically sorry. So they need him to transform the entire planet into the villains would win and heroes lost. Yeah. And yeah. So, with all that stuff, as Zuko was pretty mad, as he walks forwards, he's ready to punch All for One out of existence. As the All for One set a trap for him. The glass prison. Or the, not glass prison, the, some type of prison, like force field thing. As he thought it was be contained. But Zuko broke right through it like glass. As he says to All for One, "You're gonna die. This is my favorite." And fighting against other men instead of fighting women. Heck, to be honest with all of ya, you remember when that dark side hosted that and like event as he looks at those people, as he said, yeah, well, I did let her win, because fighting her isn't my style of fighting. This is more fun. As he beats around All for One, with like brutal attacks. As he uses his beam of light from, or his own version of Omega beams. As Darkseid, or yeah. He looks at it as he sees something, or as he knows what he wants. He finally found it. As he was so blinded by because he loves his daughter, like, he wants his daughter to be happy and, like, and all that stuff. But the granny goodness saw him, guess he's the one that we need. Yeah. Then, of course, across the globe, this guy right here, I forget his name. Hold on. The not Moda. This guy, the Anti-Monitor. Yeah. So across the galaxy, Anti-Monitor watched the thing, and he could tell that Zuko is the one that he needs. As he came right to Earth. So, yeah, Zuko is the one that was Yeah. So let's hold on. So Zuko, or everybody's, or so Sashi's wondering what's going on. As Bakugo explained that these villains want your son, and because he has the 4 different powers: infinity, zero, anti-life equation, and anti-life equation thing, or like, if I said that right, yeah. So then when Sashi heard that he has the son, or like overpowered character, or no, overpowered son, that, and he was so blinded by the, yeah, he was so blinded by like having the quirk, as he looks over at Zuko as he's sweating, as everyone was like, when everyone heard him, or when everyone saw, yeah. So Zuko did like go all Super Saiyans, and yeah, wiped out the All for One and Fabric of Reality, and the League of Villains were like, kill him, as they all like try to kill him, as the attacks, as he puts his hand down onto the floor, as he blows up or makes a giant shockwave, like, that destroys the, as the villains were sent backwards, except for the Nomus. Their brains exploded. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So then, yeah. He picks up as he had sparks flying around his, like, kind of like, give me a minute. I try to find a good picture of it, but so this one, it's kind of like what Zuko had. Yeah. So, yeah, basically, Zuko's power level went overloaded. So, in order to, he needs to be calmed down. And who showed up at there? Was, of course, there was Granny Goodness. Okay? Showed up with her, like, granddaughter thing. Yeah. As her granddaughter, walked over, like, yeah, she literally walked over to him as he looks at her. As she actually ran up to him, as she hugs him, kissed him right on the lips thing. Yeah. So the Granny Goodness was like, okay. As Zuko was calmed down, his eyes went back to normal. And Darkseid was there, but he waited until until Zuko's power level went back to normal. Because at that point was that he could have just been to ashes, but Zuko got calmed down to back to his normal thing. So, yeah. So basically, Darkseid asks him, "Tell me, Zuko, is it true that you let my daughter win?" Yes, it is true. Actually, the fighting girls is not my style. Oh, but fighting against other men is. Hey? Good to know. And of course, Darkseid really doesn't mind, because in this alternate timeline one, the Darkseid is more focused on whatever, but he also focuses more on his daughter. So yeah, so his daughter ends up when asks Zuko if it's okay, or asks her own father if it's okay to date Zuko, as he's kinda embarrassed. Zuko is kind of embarrassed. As Darkseid allows it. Yeah. Because, yeah. So then, out of nowhere, a couple days after that, the anti-monitor shows up. Where is Zuko? Yeah. As he fights in the pro heroes, and they lost. As Zuko flies up there, mean all who are you? I'm the anti-monitor. I need your power. I forgot his true goal. So, yeah, the anti-monitor tells Zuko that he is the only one that can expand the anti-monitor's dark world from as Darkseid knows who it is. As Darkseid runs, as Granny Goodness is like, "Where are you going?" Okay. As Darkseid says, we won't let that anti-monitor take Zuko home. As she starts running with him. What do you mean by that? Because you know how I wanted to have the anti-spiral, or no, not spiral, I forgot the name of it. So the anti-life equation thing, as he says, I want an anti-life equation to end the world, but with both of us want two different things. But if he takes the Zuko, then our own world, our positive world, will be negative, like destroyed. We don't want that. So then, plus the Donner Herm runs with her father and her granny as let's just say, because they had the entire army of like Inhumans or whatever they're called, because the robot versions of them, not the So the anti-monitor was like gonna be killed by, or was, so Zuko can see, and Zuko uses his full power. If you want me, you have to fight for me. Fight me on it, bub. And Zuko uses his full power at its maximal power. And there was Zuko battled against the anti-monitor thing, punched right into the robot, as he slams his head on, as he says, and Zuko says, no one takes away my home world. Boom. As he slams his fists against, or every hit is like the anti-monitor's weakness. Yeah. I forgot what it's called. Let's look it up, shall we? Or not Wikipedia, but name. You know what I mean. Hold on. I could not find it, but So, Zuko's punches are like, and tossing the anti-monitor around like a little rag doll. Oh, and he got or the anti-monitor gets knocked out as he opens, or as Zuko opens a portal. He says, as he pushes the anti-monitor back into his own universe thing. And he calms down. And at that point, Zuko became the savior of the world. So So then, or actually before that, one day, let's just say let's say she got married to Zuko. Yeah. So then that happened. Or actually, it was after that happened. Then she basically got married to him and ended up having 6 kids. And because of infinity, they all have or I always say spiral on the anti-life equation, and yeah, the yeah, basically he stayed home and or actually because he became a pro hero. Everyone saw it, so everyone thought, or the pro heroes thought they were gonna cover it up, saying that it was that defeated them, but they know it was who. Yeah. So yeah. So Zuko ends up being a little bit of a shy when he runs around or he hangs out with his like girlfriend, and sometimes because there's a lot of people that could tell that they were both married, and yeah. So then, yeah. And yeah, Bakugo was married to Zumi, and so did Todoroki. Yeah, Todoroki was married to Zumi at the same time as Bakugo got married to Zumi. Sorry. So, yeah. And, yeah. Basically, yeah. So, other than that stuff, Zuku was pretty happy about the being the pro hero, and yeah. Plus, his mother and his father actually accepted him back as the family, so they basically talked to him more and more. So yeah, and but at the end of the world thing, like not like this kind, but more like if you haven't seen the future thing or whatever that TV show is, though, that when they go forward in time and they see like what will happen to all of us, like it would be like a desert thing. Well, in this thing is that Zuko, or so now, yeah. So at the end of humanity, everybody like died because, and Zuko was the only one that was still living, and he doesn't age. So in order to or to bring everyone back, he has to rewind everything. And that's what he did. He brought everyone back from the or actually he rewind back to the beginning of this what if video. So it's like you went reversed and like you watched it all over again. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So if you guys want me to do like what if Zuko like was dark side, or what if the because I have some ideas of like what if Zuko, who was the Godzilla, or no, actually not Godzilla, King of the Monsters thing. I was thinking about doing that because it would be awesome to do. But if you guys want me to do like a new custom one, let me know in the comments below. So, peace out, y'all. Peace.